Hi everyone, so I just wanted to briefly do a quick Instagram video. A lot of people have been asking me, what do I do to work my Instagram? How do I keep my followers? And so I'm just going to briefly go over some of that stuff that has been helping me, and so that you can market your Le-Vel business through Instagram as well, because I feel like, social media is taking over. Everyone's using that platform to further their business and to use for their marketing and to gather leads, and really there has been hardly any restrictions whatsoever as of right now on Instagram. It's completely free. You can gain followers completely free, get word out there and market for completely free with no restrictions. So that's why I love Instagram and why I say take advantage of it while you can. So basically some apps that I use for editing my Instagram are PixArt and WordSwag. Those are great for iPhone users. Even if you have an iPad, of course, they're good for that as well. And I'm just going to quickly go into how I gain followers. So Instagram etiquette is follow for follow. And so what that means is I go to, for example, let me just think, what type of market are you wanting to target? Are you wanting to target health and fitness? People who are going to like to follow a health and fitness page? Are you into arts and crafts? Are you into maybe redoing old furniture, knitting, whatever that may be? And you can search profiles through hashtags. You can search through usernames, however you really want. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to just search a hashtag, and let me just go from the very beginning for all of you that don't really know Instagram that well. So I hit this little magnifying glass. As you can see at the bottom right there, that's the one that I just pushed in. And then I'm going to go up here to the top at the search column, and I'm just going to search with the hashtags, of course. So I have it on tags. And then I'm going to push, let's see here. A common one is fit check. So I'll search fit check. And as you can see, all these hashtags that come up. So I'm going to click, well, actually you can see, I'm sorry. It's really hard to even see, so I'm just going to click fit check. And then I'm going to go to a profile that's going to have a lot of followers on it. So I'll find one. This lady has 55.2 thousand followers. So I'm just going to click her followers, and I'm going to go down the list, and I'm just going to hit follow, 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 follow. Now, at around 20, it's going to lock you out. You're not going to be able to follow anymore for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can go right back in and begin following all over again. And as I stated earlier, Instagram etiquette is follow for follow. So if you follow these people, they're going to follow you in return, especially if you're targeting pages who are already going to have mutual interests as you, such as maybe like for me, I post a lot of my fitness journey and health stuff. So naturally they would probably follow me in return because we have that common interest. Now if I'm going to go to someone else's page and maybe they're into mechanics and they come to my page, they're not going to have anything in common with me, so the chances of them following me in return are going to be slim to none. So I do suggest, I don't always do it with people with common interests, but I like to kind of keep it with people that I know will be mutually interested in the same things. So that's how you gain followers. Now something you want to keep track of is following anyone who doesn't follow you in return. And so there's a great app for that. It's called Instrack, INSTRACK. You can download that app, and what that's going to show you, which I can actually bring that up as well if it'll show it on the screen, that's going to show you every single person who has followed you in return mutually or not followed you mutually, as you can see. So I would click on all the non-followers, and I would go and unfollow every single one of those people because I don't need them. And also on Instagram, you can follow up to 7,500 people, and after that, it's going to lock you out. You cannot follow anymore. So it's important to stay on top of that, not only for that reason, but it's also appealing to the public eye when they come to your page and they see that you have a lot more followers than what you are following out in return. So that's also important. So I would definitely say keep up on that. Let me see, what else? Oh, hashtags. Every time I post a picture, I like to use up to 30 hashtags because that's the amount that you can use on Instagram. And what hashtags are going to do is it's going to send it out to 30 different feeds. So think about the post you're posting and just try to think of what kind of market you're wanting to target, whether it's fitness, maybe it's health, maybe it's clean meals, maybe it's moms, or whatever. I'd like to say get creative. I don't like to give people hashtags because that would defeat the purpose. We don't all want to be using the same hashtags and putting our stuff out there all the time in the same feeds, because that's going to make competition higher for us. So even get unique with your hashtags, and of course you can also go to webstagram.com and you can look up the hottest hashtags. You can look up keywords with hashtags, so you can write it down. Another app I use is Evernote to copy and paste all of my hashtags and keep them there, so it's a quick copy and paste, and I mix them up depending on the post. Another thing that's important with Instagram is branding yourself, and what I mean by that is basically an example of branding yourself would be sit down, get a whole thing of pictures, what your interests are, your hobbies, what you like for fashion, maybe what you like, your makeup, maybe smoky eye, whatever it may be. Just anything that you really enjoy, what you're really into, and your lifestyle, your fitness, and just put it into a transparent view of yourself and make your Instagram really personable. That's what's really going to keep people engaged and keep them following you and interested in what you have to post. I like to say keep it out of every 5 pictures, make 3 of those pictures personal, whether it's an inspirational quote, because Instagram loves, inspiration, and things that are really going to inspire people. So keep them as personal as well as mixed up with business. You don't want to post all business because that you're not going to keep your followers. No one wants to go to a salesperson and just follow them while they post up a billion pictures every day of that's going to just spam their feed. No one wants to see that. So keep it fun, keep it unique, brand yourself, set yourself apart. Also, don't post horrible graphic pictures that are highly pixelated and really fuzzy or with a billion words on it that you can't even hardly read, because let's be honest, who's actually going to sit there and read all of that? I mean, you want to keep things that are going to be catching people's attention and really pulling them in. Let me think, what else did I want to mention? So I mentioned the PixArt and the Word Swag. They're really great apps to use. And then aside from that, I mean, stay on top of posting. It's really important to post. Also, Instagram is a cold market, so you don't have to get highly personable with people. Just post really good pictures. That would be my highest, the biggest thing that I would recommend is to just post really good graphics, and to constantly be following people and staying on top of unfollowing people who aren't following you in return, so that doesn't get out of hand. And then aside from that, just you want to post every single day, or at least several times a day, because Instagram isn't one of those things that you can come to every so often and post and then work it like that. No, you want to be consistent with Instagram for it to really pay off. So if it's not something that you enjoy, it's not something that you think you're going to want to be consistent with, then you might as well forget it. I mean, not to say that it can't work out for you, but it's definitely something you want to, because your followers are going to be looking for you, they're going to be seeing you, you want to be on the top of their mind, and you just want to stay on top of your posts. So I would highly recommend, if you do decide to start Instagram, to remain consistent with it. Consistency is key in everything that you do, so definitely stay consistent. And then aside from that, my name on Instagram, I can show you my Instagram page. It's mustardseedfaith88. So as you can see, well, kind of, not really. But anyways, I mean, if you want to look at my page as kind of like a guide, that's fine. But make it unique, make it personable. People can tell if it's fake and just copy and paste it from other people's stuff. you know. And also, it's important when you are working your Instagram, if another Le-Vel brand promoter comes and follows you, like, unless if you know them and you trust them, you don't want them following your page, because what's going to happen is they can either A, go to your followers list and steal all of your followers, and so they're taking that people out from under you, and because it is a cold market, your chances, you know, that's going to be a pretty high possibility that if they're interested, they could go with that other person or they could go with you. It doesn't really matter to that individual. They just want the product, or they're interested in joining, and that's going to be that. So I would say block them. That's what I always do, unless if you know them or trust them. And you know, you don't want other people following you that you know that you can't trust, because another reason is they could go on and see that someone is potentially interested in what you're offering, and they could steal them from you if they see that as another promoter. So that would be my other reasoning. But aside from that, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I hope I didn't ramble too much. This is just over 10 minutes long, and I know I repeated myself a few times, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask and reach out to me, and I hope you found this video to be helpful. Alright, and bye everyone.